What feelings were those?
Hatred, anger, rage.
Towards Andres?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Hostility.
Oh my God.
Is that displaced from George? Like, did you carry, because you don't have anywhere to be angry at George, that it moved to him?
I think it has to do with you.
Okay.
You know, your personality and your demeanor is kind of like that Asian guy that was arrested, you know, after Derek Chauvin. You know what I mean? The Asian cop.
Let's not put those.
I'm not going there.
Let's not do that comparison.
I'm not going there, but I'm just saying that's.
I'm like Bruce Wayne.
You'll watch an atrocity go on, right? You want to say something, but you're just too weak to say it.
Like, give me another example.
All right, let's give you another example. I know you're a German, right?
This is hard.
Right.
I'll try my best.
You're a German, just a regular German citizen.
Yeah.
You hate what's going on, right, in Germany in the 40s.
You mean the Nazis?
The Holocaust, yeah, the Nazis.
Okay.
Right? You're a citizen, right?
Let me get in character. Not a fan of
Yeah,
Nazis.
and you're like on the side of the street, right? And you see like, you know, Jews being hauled, you know, all together chained, right?
Yeah.
And you have a bottle of water. Because back then, that's how fancy you are. You had Fiji water, but even back then.
They didn't discover Fiji.
Yeah. This doesn't matter. You have it, right? And one of the Jews goes, Mister, can I have some water, right? And you're about to give it to him, but then you see a soldier look at you, and you go, nah.
Oh, so it's like...
That's you.
I was like, yeah, here you go. I mean, ooh!
Yeah. But whereas me, I would have gave it regardless of that. But anyway, I'm kidding, dude. I think you're a good guy. I don't know what I'm talking about, and I apologize for that. I'm tired. I'm grumpy. So I apologize that you're none of that.
It's okay.
And I want to say thank you so much for being a part of my life. Thank you so much for being here and being so supportive over the years. And you know what? The first time I ever met you, I didn't like you, but it took a couple of weeks, and instantaneously he seeped into my soul.
He's so different now.
Is.
There are parts of you I do miss.
Like what?
I think you used to be a lot more playful and
respect
reachable.
I respect you more.
No. You used to respect me.
Respect
like
you so much
You used to
more.
be so nervous around me.
No, I'll say that I was. You know when you were like you didn't like me, I was like, well, me and Khalyla we're like I love like our relationship. And then I was like, man, Bobby fucking hates me. That was that time in my life too where I wanted to like get everyone's affirmation. So at that point in my life when you were doing that shit,
Yeah,
bro, that was not good.
I just didn't know what whimsical.
I wish I had better. I wish I had BetterHelp.com. Honestly,
I didn't know if you were. I didn't know who you were. I don't know who brought you over to my house.
You know why?
Why?
You don't take time to get to know people.
The first time he came to the house, I never said to who brought you, Jenna.
Me.
no, her.
All right, so all right, so whatever. I didn't ask you.
It was a UFC fight.
You never came up to me and said. You never came up to me and says, "Hey, this whimsical fairy is going to prance around the house eventually." You know what I mean? So just be aware. No, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, whimsical fairy flies into the fucking room, and then I'm like, "Who the fuck is that guy?" You know, I need some warning when whimsical fairies come into my house.
I miss those early days.
Yeah, me too. You
Those are
changed
wild.
a bit.
Gilbert's
You're a little
important.
Hollywood.
He's a little Hollywood. I will say that. You are Hollywood.
I will say I'm less Hollywood. I will say
That's so Hollywood of you to say that.
because here's why.
Yeah.
That it was so Hollywood of you saying that to do. When people go like that is so Hollywood.
No. All right. All right, but I'll give you this. It was both Hollywood.
What?
Both our responses were Hollywood.
But fine. But the most Hollywood.
Yeah. Who's the most Hollywood in the room?
Who's grown exponentially from zero Hollywood to a little more Hollywood?
Yeah.
Don't you dare even look this direction. That's not true. I am the least
yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
We were trying to
Whoa,
stop.
babe, you're fucking. You are, babe. I have to say it. I'm just so glad you brought it up.
Because she was zero.
I'm so glad.
I'm not even saying she's Hollywood. I'm not even saying you're Hollywood now.
So Hollywood.
I wouldn't say.
I have not one Hollywood friend.
Oh yeah.
Where were you last night? David Spade's house, right?
That's Hollywood,
Which
bro.
Hollywood?
That's Hollywood.
That's not Hollywood.
What is that?
Okay.
Casual?
Just because somebody that lives in Hollywood. All right. First of all, just because someone lives in Hollywood and works in Hollywood doesn't make them Hollywood. It's their mentality and the way they behave. All right. So I walked into David Spade's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, I ordered you your food. I go, okay, you got the prosciutto? I asked him, Caesar, all the stuff. He goes, yeah, all right, relax, I got it. So the food comes, right? And this is how un-Hollywood I am, okay? This is how un-Hollywood I am. They opened up the boxes, and only my food was in it. Like whoever delivered it forgot to put in all the other. Only my stuff came.
That's
right. So then to see Kyle Dunnigan was there too, right? And so to see Kyle and Dave just kind of look at me, and I go, you know what? Let's share. That's not Hollywood.
That makes you un-Hollywood is sharing.
Not only did I not share, and then here's what I didn't make the assumption that Dave was going to pay for it. So I had a couple $100. I go, you need some money, right? And he goes, no, man, I got it, right? So that's not a Hollywood.
Show money?
What makes someone Hollywood?
Okay, how do we define that?
I have one definition. I have one very clear definition.
Go ahead.
They never pick up phone calls on the first go.
That doesn't make anyone Hollywood.
Yeah, it does.
That's crazy.
It
I know
does.
regular people that do that.
No, because Gilbert and you never fucking pick up phone calls.
But
because the phone's not around me because I'm doing other things.
But
like
I call
helping the
back.
homeless.
I call back immediately when I'm done.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Takes you like a day and a half.
This is the nutshell of what I think Hollywood. They fundamentally believe, deep down inside, that they're better than the common folk.
Yeah, but they do this thing where they pretend like they're trying to be like humble and cool and
Like
dress
you.
like homeless
babe.
or whatever. I don't have friends. I mean, I have
No,
my
but
friends
you
from
know
high
what you're
school.
doing. You know what you're doing right now. Okay,
What's
and
that?
I don't want to start a fight.
I'm
because this is a
competing?
This is a podcast. I don't want to start a fight, but I just want to call you because Gilbert brought it up. Okay,
Call me out.
It's just that you're doing this thing where it's like you wrote this great show.
Can you be okay?
Oh my god.
No, okay. I'd like to clarify.
Yeah.
Number one, it has not been sold, has not been pitched. There's nothing. It's literally.
All right, so she's like,
How is that even?
I'll tell you why.
It's not a thing.
No, because she okay. Okay, I had to fucking ease my way into this, all right? But it's like she'll do things like she'll call me and go, wants to be involved. I don't know if I yeah. And I
Babe.
whatever his name. And I go, and just by her calling is Hollywood because she knows it is a big deal.
I don't know who he is.
Yeah. It's a big deal, right? Because she just mentioned one of the biggest agents.
I didn't know
planet
that.
Earth.
I didn't know
I'm
that.
telling you.
I'll say
it's
this-
one of the biggest agents.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly.
He
Thank
reps,
you, Gilbert.
I don't know, Spielberg.
I'm not Hollywood like you. I don't
Exactly.
know.
We're not Hollywood enough to know that, Bobby.
All right. So what I'm saying though is that for you to because you're calling me because you know that it sounds.
Just keep bleeping out that fucking name. And I called you not for that. I called you to say
It's Hollywood, babe.
no, it's not.
Yeah. And you do things like you outwardly say like I'm not Hollywood, and
I don't say. I never
and
say
it's
that.
like, by you saying that you're not Hollywood makes you Hollywood.
Okay, well, how about restaurant? Are there things you can do in a restaurant that makes you Hollywood?
Yeah.
What would you
thinking that you have preferential?
And I don't.
treatment.
I've waited. You've been around me where I've waited so long. I'll sit there and wait forever for a table.
Even until they close?
No, but I have.
Oh, wow.
And I'll even complain about it.
We got into this massive fight at the vaccine site.
Yeah.
We already talked about
Sounds like
it,
a sitcom.
No, we haven't. There's something in my eye though. No, we got into this massive fight because I was like, "Can you look a little less Bobby Lee?"
What does that mean?
He just was like, the beanie and the thing and the sunglasses. He was so wrecked, and I was just like, yeah, like.
Okay, I want to say something. Okay, can I be me?
Damn, that's a.
Can I be me 24/7? That's my motto. Me 24/7. That's what I want to be.
I just didn't want him to use it as an
So I wear my
opportunity
beanie
to
where
be
I don't
like,
feel comfortable without one. Right? I wear my Gucci's. Right?
Gucci.
Because I don't feel comfortable. I'm wearing a mask. Correct?
Yeah.
I think that suffice.
And you know what he said? He was like, no one's going to know who I am with a mask on. And sure enough, like as soon as we like parked, the first thing is the guy was like, Bobby Lee.
Anywho, you're Hollywood, and you're not that Hollywood.
Andres is the most
Even though
Hollywood.
he's the most Hollywood.
His hair's
He's
not
a
Hollywood.
real like
His
director.
hair is like
But that's a director look, dude.
emo Phillips. Like he's
Emo.
You remember emo Phillips?
No.
You don't know emo Phillips?
Let me pull it up.
He's got that vibe. He's got emo Phillips's vibe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The
Just kind
hair.
of just a general, like in Pee Wee's Playhouse, he would be popping out of the window. You know, saying
that is. You're so right. That's Andre.
there's like you have a
Wait,
vibe about
right
him.
here. This one.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Just kind of like weird, eccentric. You know what I mean? Unfuckable.
Oh.
Vibe. But I love you. I call you weird, eccentric, and unfuckable. But look at me with my
fuckable.
eyes, right? You're a weird guy, but I love you, man. All right. Just if I was a woman, no bueno, no bueno. But good job.
Your wife loves you, by the way.
Your
She
wife
told me.
loves right. I'm afraid he could snap.
No.
Are you a snapper?
Have you snapped on set as a director? A couple times. But wow, I want to see that.
I think you have higher snap potential than George Kimmel.
It's not about him.
But do you think that you'll ever snap at me?
I think I have a big tolerance for you.
I know, but
so
why?
big, so
Why?
big.
So what I'm saying is, if I was some other person, and the way if some other person treated you the way I treat you, you would snap at them.
No. I think it's in the funny realm.
Yeah, it's that, and thank you for saying that, because everything that I do, regardless of my mood and whatnot, is generally in good fun.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to say. Okay? I went to Oklahoma, and I at first I was like, I didn't want to do it because I'm going out of the country in a couple weeks, and I was just like, it's just too much on my plate, and I have to double up on Bad Friends and this podcast. And people are like, boo-hoo, but it's like, who wants to talk for hours? It's just hard to talk for hours constantly. So you're doing 4 podcasts a week, right? And anyway, but I decided to do this Oklahoma gig because it's an FX show, and one of the producers is, I don't want to say his name, Taika YTT,
Is that?
and the other producer is a TigerBelly fan.
That's so cool.
Shout out to Sterling.
Yeah, so Taika's buddy, who's actually the showrunner, is a Native American. His name is Sterling Arjo, and I Zoomed with him, and as soon as I Zoomed with him, I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna be cool, because he had tats. When you see a showrunner because usually showrunners are shirt tuckers.
Network show.
Like on Mad TV, we had this guy named Dick Blasucci.
Yeah.
And he was like,
I think we
he was
met
like
him
60.
in person.
He was like 5 years
We
old.
did meet.
He had buttons, you know what I mean? Shirt tucker, khakis, just a businessman. I mean, he just has that street vibe.
I have the complete opposite vibe when I look at him. He looks like a sweet, intelligent,
No,
lovable man.
he's dirty. I was around him, right?
I know, but you're dirty, and I like that.
And I would snort crystal meth off a prostitute's back.
Or anyone's.
Not in the front, because that's like, I don't want to get canceled. You know what I mean? Not on the breasts and stuff, like just on the back. You know what I mean? Fully clothed, right? Which is hard to do.
That's impressive.
It is impressive. But my point is so he's tats. He looks like somebody like grew up in the skateboard world, but he's Native American and whatnot. So anyway, I do, and I have to say, just in general, I was dreading Oklahoma, and I have to say, I had a better time there than I have ever had in Hawaii.
That's a bold statement. We were
It's
just
crazy.
talking about Hawaii.
It's crazy. I love Hawaii. It's because I go to Hawaii so much. Over the years, even before Magnum, we would go all the time, right? But something about being in Tulsa, I like old buildings. I love old Midwest buildings, the brick, the architecture and stuff. And I also like, when things are closed down, like old factories and stuff. And I like, I took scooters. So I would work, come home to my hotel. First of all, the hotel looked like the Cecil Hotel.
Oh, was it creepy?
That's not what it looked like. It was like a massive apartment. It was beautiful.
The apartment, if you looked in the lobby, though,
Yeah.
it's a spitting image. It's same columns, same ceilings,
Yeah.
same old chandeliers, all that stuff. This is gonna sound crazy.
Yeah.
We have scooters in LA, right?
The limes.
We
The
do
limes and stuff, right?
The birds.
And the birds. When I drive by those, I literally thought it was somebody's.
Like you didn't know it was a part of an app program.
No, I didn't think it was an app. I thought it was like people just own these things.
You know that we owned one,
Oh yeah,
and you gave it away to Jeff and Jessica
There was a lime in this.
because you were
garage.
like, I never use these things. So
I
you
didn't know
never
what it was.
tried
Yeah, I said that's why. When I had one in the garage, right? I had one in the garage, so I thought, oh, this is something that people own, and instead of cars, they just do this thing, right? So what happened was I was at the hotel, and I'm at the concierge, and I'm like, bro, do you have Uber out here? I don't want to get in an Uber because of the COVID and stuff. He's like, just take scooter. I go, you have one? Can I borrow it? He goes, no, well, you have to pay for it, but it's an app.
you have to rent it. Yeah.
I go, show me. So we go outside, and he shows me the app. You zoom in on the thing, clicks it, charges. You know what I mean? I'm telling you right now, bud. I had
He FaceTimed me while he was just scooting around Tulsa.
That's fun.
He was like, babe, I'm on a scooter.
Yeah, I was scooting around to I'm trying to find steak shops.
Oh, okay.
So I went to this place called Bull in the Alley. Mm-hmm. My God, I'm going to tell you something right. First of all, it's a little. Is there what's the English word for Meewall?
I don't know.
But it's in an alley. There's no sign and there's no door. You don't know how to get in, right? So I'm scooting around up and down this alley. I don't know where the fuck, right? And I see this guy just sitting there writing a book.
Writing?
Yeah, this guy was writing a book.
Like a novel. Wow.
Yeah, he had pads of notepad.
Oh, writing.
Yeah,
Writing. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you
I
thought
think I was writing a book.
writing a
I was like,
book?
because he was like a bull. I was like, he's writing a book instead of a.
No.
I'm sorry. My
He was
brain
writing
shut.
a book
Yeah.
on a green park bench. Okay.
Yeah.
And I scoot and I go, dude, where's Bull in the Alley? He goes, I got recognized. The guy wasn't right better. He goes, you're probably like, yeah. So then I go, oh, sorry. But he goes, it's that green barn door. And I look, and there's this green barn door. No sign, nothing. You open it up, and that's the restaurant.
Wow.
And it was it's one of those places where there's 6 things you can get. That's it.
I love that. That's like my favorite place
Me
to
too.
go
You said
to.
you want to open a restaurant like that where
Yes.
it's 6 good things.
5.
Or 5.
I already know the 5 in my head.
The first thing
Don't derail me.
Sorry.
is $4 for a slice of bacon.
Wow.
You think
That's pricey.
highway robbery, right? Is that what you think? I've never yelled out loud. I yelled when I ate it. I yelled out loud. What the fuck? This is the shit.
I know you sent me 6 of the same, like different angles of the same piece of bacon.
Yeah.
Like different
It was
pictures.
thickly cut like this, right?
Yeah.
It was like a steak almost, right? It was the best. And then I had a couple ladies. I had this lady. She was meant well. She just lingered. That's all.
Was she the waitress?
No, the way you explained it is that she was like a cat. Like every time you turned your head over at her direction, she was inching closer and closer.
Right.
Each time.
You know how cats do that? So it's like
Yeah.
you look over and she's like 100 yards away. I'm eating, and then she's 50. But the whole time she's
She's
in the same.
She's
She's in the
stalking you.
same position, right? So it's like this: 100 yards, 50 yards, 3 feet, like this, right? And I go, "Oh, yeah, hey," and she goes, it's fine, right? Because the 2 things I got recognized for, right? It sounds so gross when I say it.
You know what though? Perks of being vaccinated. I'm going to allow you this moment. This is your lap around the Santa Anita Mall or wherever mall, West Covina Mall.
Yeah.
I'm letting you have this.
Okay, good. So,
But this is your
The
last
2
time. This is the first and last time, okay?
what do you mean?
Expressing joy over being recognized. Go ahead.
All right. So
Once a year?
Once a year.
Once a year?
Yeah.
So, Magnum, big Magnum fan. I don't know why, but she is. I go, there's other shows. I always say that. You know what I mean?
Why can't you just say, "Oh, thank
I
you.
know, I
It
just
is a
can't-
great show. I love the
I know,
cast."
I don't know why I do that. I love the show. So, and then from behind me, I hear this.
The villain?
Some guy, right, and his wife. Because when I screamed, the bacon's the shit, he just keeps laughing, right? And then like 40 minutes into my meal, I got steak and whatever. He goes, hey. I turn around, he goes, love you, podcast, love it. And I go, oh, TigerBelly bad friends? And he goes, no. Sibling rivalry.
Oliver Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
Which kind of hits you in a weird way. So I texted Oliver. I don't know, the fucking, you know what I mean? I tell him, he's it's a popular podcast. Me and my sister, I go, fuck you, you know what I mean? And so I did that. Doing the show was great. It's, the show that's called, I can say it, Reservation Dog.
Uh-huh.
And it's a show about a group of kids that live on an Indian reservation, growing up there, and how rebellious they are, and that world. It's a comedy, and Kirk Fox is in it.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr's in it.
Wow.
I'm just saying that.
You really, really enjoyed your time there. I can tell.
Yeah, I really
I've
did.
never seen
I
you
never
so
went up to a
excited.
showrunner and go, "Can you write me in again?"
Wow.
He goes, "I don't know. We only have 8." I go, "Write me in again." I would have been Khalyla out here.
I'd love to go to Tulsa. I've never been.
Yep.
Hey guys, we're gonna take a really quick break to share some of our favorite sponsors with you.
Hello, Tushy. Hello, Tushy.
Ooh.
You know what, guys? New year, new you. In 2021, don't just make a commitment to wash your hands every time you poop. Go the extra mile and wash your butt. Let me say something right now. My whole life, Khalyla, all right? I've been using toilet paper to wash my asshole.
And I've always been like, you're doing it all wrong,
Wrong.
buddy.
And then they're like, what do we do, right? Then you go, let's get a bidet. And I go, which one? You go, Hello Tissue. We get the Hello Tissue in the house, right? We get one at the office right down the street, right? My asshole has never been cleaner. I cannot believe I lived my life without having this, a part of my life, right? I'm telling you right now, it's affordable. Hello Tushy 3.0 doesn't just clean your butt, guys, with a precise stream of fresh water. It cleans itself before and after it's used with the Smart Spray automatic self-cleaning nozzle.
The future of toileting has arrived.
Yep.
Okay, it's technically been around for centuries and in Asia for like forever, but hideously expensive, costing thousands of dollars. Now, the brand new Hello Tushy 3.0 modern bidet attachment is here to level the playing field. It's stylish, eco-friendly, easy to install, and affordable.
It requires no electricity or additional plumbing, guys, and it cuts toilet paper use by 80%.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
It basically just attaches to your toilet,
Yeah.
to your existing toilet.
And because with Hello Tushy, you don't wipe at all. Just poop, spray, dry, and go. And sanitation is simple. The Schmutz Shield, which it offers,
Schmutz.
is easy cleaning, and the knobs are naturally antimicrobial.
Antimicrobial.
Keep
The Hello
going.
Tushy bidet, because you save so much in toilet paper, pays for itself in a few months.
It's a 60-day risk-free guarantee and a 12-month warranty.
Already got a tush on your pot? Upgrade to the new 3.0 model. If you're new to the revolution, join millions of happy Hello Tushy customers right now and have a clean butt, a very, very tiny clean butt.
Close it out, Gil.
With every flush.
With every flush, go to hellotushy.com/TigerBelly to get 10% off plus free shipping. This is a special offer for our listeners. Go to hellotushy.com/TigerBelly for 10% off. hellotushy.com/TigerBelly.
Brooklyn, live in heaven.
Yeah.
You guys, the Celeb King only sleeps with high quality things. Now I have high quality pillows, but I have high quality sheets and comforters
And towels.
and towels
And
because,
robes.
Yeah, I know, babe, and I only want to live like a king. And if this is the best product ever. I love Brooklyn so much. That's all I use.
With their birthday sale happening right now, Brooklinen is offering site-wide savings on all things comfort for their biggest sale of the year.
Ooh, can I just say that my two favorite people in the whole world?
Let me guess.
What?
Rick and Vicky.
Oh yeah, they founded Brooklyn, and their goal is to create beautiful luxury home essentials at prices that don't break the bank.
They do this by working directly with manufacturers. They ensure premium, high-quality comfort every time at a fraction of the retail price. That means ridiculously soft bedding, towels, and loungewear. Brooklyn is so confident you'll love everything. They even have a 365-day warranty.
What?
Oh,
Tell us more about it, Gil.
Guys, get everything you need for spring refresh during Brooklinen's biggest sale of the year. Shop at Brooklinen Birthday Sale going on right now. And if you're listening to the podcast after the sale ends, don't worry. You can still go to brooklinen.com and use the promo code TIGER to get $20 off in any purchase of $100 or more. That's Brooklinen, BROOKLINEN.com. And
Say that again, Gil.
That's BROOKLINEN.com and enter promo code TIGER to get $20 off any purchase of $100 or more. Brooklinen, everything you need to live your most comfortable life. Enjoy the rest of the show. We heard that you got a little glare from Rudy the other day during filming Bad Friends.
Which was unairable, by the way.
Yeah. And
We did a Bad Friends the other day that was from the beginning to end unairable. That's how bad it was.
interesting.
Tell us why.
Because Andrew just had his COVID shot, the day before? And the first thing he says, he goes, I'm not feeling good right. I go, what happened? He goes, I took my COVID shot. And I go, okay. And he goes, it's gonna be weird. And when he's sick, but he's trying to be funny, he just looks angry. Right? He just looks, his rage comes out.
Yeah.
And it gets to the point where we'll both say, oh, we can't air that. We can't air that. Because we start talking about things that aren't funny.
It's just
Absolutely
dark?
not. No, just gripes about society or
okay.
history of oppression.
That was your podcast?
Yeah.
History of oppression.
History of oppression. And then we try to get back into a thing, and then it always leads into
But why don't you guys have an offshoot, Angry Friends episode where those things? I'd be interested to hear you and Andrew not be funny and just cry about shit for an hour.
Yeah, but people don't, I think people want because there is when Andrew and I are on, when we created the movie, we wrote The Island of Turtle Mountain. What is it? The Bottoms of Turtle Mountain Island. Yeah. We wrote a movie that came out today, right? And it genuinely makes me laugh even thinking about it, what we did, right? And then when him and I get serious and stuff like that, it just doesn't work for me. So we do a bad podcast.
Yeah.
We do an hour of it, right? And we go, none of us is airable. And then I go, let's just do it some other day. And then continue then?
Well, no, you guys recorded on a Sunday because you told everybody that you got back from Oklahoma on Saturday. What you didn't know is that Andres had already texted me asking when you'd be back from Oklahoma, to which I said I even sent your itinerary. I was like, he's coming back on Thursday.
Right.
And then you called me and you said, you have to tell him production changed it to Saturday.
And I did. I texted him.
But I couldn't get myself to lie to him, so I just didn't say it at all.
That's fine because I did text and it worked, right? So I texted him and I said, I don't get home until Saturday. They changed it. Right? So no one knew the lie.
Except for me.
Except for you and the fucking rat.
Jules.
Yeah.
Accomplice.
The rat.
Yeah.
So when we were doing Bad Friends, I told her even before we were driving up there, I go, you cannot tell them that I came back Thursday.
Why did you lie for
Because they didn't want to do a podcast Friday.
Got it. You wanted a couple of rest days.
Yeah. Why can't I?
Yeah, Papa deserves it.
All right, good. So Sunday comes around, we're doing this shitty Bad Friends episode. And toward the end, I can look at Jules and Jules is like, look at me like this. And she goes, I'm going to tell him.
Oh, she did it.
Right? And I go, don't do it. Right? It's all the reasons why, I try to tell everyone my secrets so that no one can use it against me. Right? So she just keeps going. I go, fuck it. I'm going to tell. So I just look at Andrew. I go, you know what? I have to admit, Andrew, I came back Thursday. I didn't come back Saturday. And then you can see Andrew do this.
Did he rage out? That's the exhale. The Santino exhale.
With his mouth like that. And he did, and then I was just like, all right, let's go. And we got in the car and we just drove away. But you could tell that it annoyed him, the lie. But it's your sneaky little
My niece.
niece.
I didn't give you away. I was going to hold strong.
I know you were.
Plead the fifth.
Yeah. But
Jules is very honorable in that way, where it's like, I do like her. She has my back 1,000%.
yeah, she has she doesn't have my back.
She doesn't have your back.
Everything I know that I know for a fact that she will never keep a secret. You know what I mean? From you.
Right.
If we can't have our own secret, Jules and I.
No, you can't.
No. She'll always side with you in any argument. We know that.
Well, her reasoning is it's because Khalyla is mostly right.
Even if I'm right, though, even if I'm right, she'll side with you
That's not true. She sided with you before.
over one thing:
What was the argument?
the dog,
What was it?
the puppy.
Oh yeah, because you guys wanted to keep the puppy.
Yeah, but that's the only thing. If she wants something, she'll side with me, right?
Correct.
But if she can't get anything out of it, right, she won't side with me. She'll betray me.
We I foster dogs.
Yeah, I heard some dogs barking.
So I fostered 3 puppies, and I haven't had a foster fail in a long, long time. Just because I'm like, I can't have another animal. I just want to continue fostering. But these motherfuckers convinced me that we had to keep the last puppy.
That's not it.
Oh wow,
That's exactly what happened.
You know, it's so.
You
funny.
wanted to keep
say,
2 puppies.
You say things so conveniently.
Oh,
right? So
my
you can look like
God.
the saint. All right. Let me tell you something, honey. Woman.
I liked Honey better.
All right, honey. Right. As soon as we got the puppies, you kept going. Oh, look at that one. That's the one. You kept saying, if I were to keep one of them, it'd be that one.
But
right?
that's just in passing. I say that
Stop,
about
stop,
all my
stop,
fosters.
stop.
I love all my
Stop.
fosters.
I know
Stop.
you do.
So we have one that we kept called. His name is Stubbs.
He's
okay?
Stavros, but he goes by Stubbs.
He's got like little legs, and he's really kind of dumb, but innocent, but also cute.
He's so cute.
He's so sweet, right?
Stavros is
And
very sweet.
as soon as we got these things, you kept saying, "Oh, these puppies are different. These are going to be harder to give away." Right?
Yes, because and I'll say it, like we've fostered a lot of puppy litters before, and these guys were different to me. They were not as destructive. Their essence was different.
Their essence was different. All right, so we give away Mick. We have 3.
Yeah.
As soon as Mick goes, right, it broke your heart. You didn't cry, but it
Jules
broke
cried.
you. Jules did
Oh,
cry. Okay. So now I'm in Oklahoma, right, and I go get rid of these fucking puppies when I'm out of town because I don't want to cry. I don't want to make a fuss. I just get the fuck in them out of the fucking house, right? So then you call me, Zoom,
On the day
FaceTime.
on the adoption day. Because Billy
the day before, I
and
think.
Stubbs were gonna no, it's the same day. I promise you. I called you a couple hours before their new adopters were supposed to pick them.
Right, and she acted as if all of humanity was wiped out. I mean, she was like in tears. Right, and I'm like, I know, but you gotta fucking do it, woman.
Yeah.
I did.
Relax.
Okay.
Let me finish my fucking thing.
Uh-huh.
All right. And when your eyes get crossed, I don't like it. It reminds me of my mom.
When I am cross, my eyes cross.
I know your eyes cross, and that's what my mom's did. And I know that
No,
you're
you
kinda
guys, the
angry.
Lee thing. This is what really bugs me. It's
What
a
is
this.
that?
Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
the
that.
teeth
This
grind.
jaw thing.
Yeah, we do the jaw thing. Yeah, that's what we do.
And it
But
really,
you cross, so stop crossing. Okay.
I'll uncross.
All right, uncross your eyes. So she crying, right? And then I go, I'm saying, no, it's hard. And then, so a couple hours later, they get rid of Billy.
Billy goes.
And when Billy goes, right,
Juliana has emotionally
has a
breakdown.
breakdown.
Has she reacted like this ever before?
Yes, all of our fosters.
I don't think like this. Not like I don't think like this.
Yes, babe, she cried a lot with Sora.
Yeah, but you never cry.
I
You never cry
usually
like you don't cry like that.
No, I don't cry in front of you guys. I cry privately in the shower.
Oh, really?
I do all the
What are you, a
time.
sergeant in the military?
Dude, that's what Daniel Craig does in James Bond.
Because I'm Daniel
You give
Craig.
orders on the
I'm
plane,
James
but you cry in your
fucking
tent.
Bond.
You cry in
I can't show weakness in public.
You cry in solitude.
Anyway,
Thank you, Gilb.
Wow.
then now we have Stubbs left,
Stubbs is left.
and somebody was to come over to pick Stubbs up,
Yes.
and they never showed up.
They backed out.
Wow.
They backed out.
And then I called you, and what did you say? It's
No,
God's will.
No. That's not what happened.
That's exactly what you said.
No, let me stop for a second.
Okay.
All right. You go. Jules wants to ask you something. Did you not say that?
I did say that.
So here we go. See what I mean?
Jules is crying.
No, do you understand what I'm saying? If you only heard it from her point of view, right? it would be the false story.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
but
Listen to
one more
let me
thing
finish.
before you start.
Uncross your eyes. Uncross your eyes.
One whole week leading up to this, by the way,
Yeah, yeah.
you guys have been begging me to keep both puppies.
No.
Yes.
Jokingly.
See? No, not joking.
Is it a? Oh.
Joking.
No, you never joke about that shit. Okay, but go ahead.
Jokingly. So then
The doctor doesn't show up.
Jules
Okay.
looks like. I mean, she looks like she keeps her face looks really sad.
Yeah.
She's like, "Can we keep?" She goes that she says this. Can we keep? Can we keep
Is that what it is, Klaus?
thumbs? That's what she says.
Tito.
Yeah, Tito thumb. And I go, you know what? It's God's will. Then I say, it's God's will. If the lady didn't show up to get the fucking dog,
Yeah.
right? It's God's will. But today I was alone with the dogs, all 4 of them, and I'm just literally going, what did I do?
Is it?
Oh my God, the fucking puppy pissed all over our bed.
Oh.
No, he didn't.
He didn't piss on the bed.
Just once.
Yeah, all
think
over
one-
the bed.
I think
One
Out of
time.
100,
Once is a lot.
he's just once is pretty
I'm
good
like-
for a
and I'm
puppy.
like-
Good ratio so far.
And the fucking puppy, I'm telling you right now,
Putting up great numbers, this pup.
this puppy, he's cute, right? And he has. I have moments with him, but I don't think he likes me that much because when we're at bed, I brought him in the middle between us. He'll just get up and just go on your side. He doesn't want to fuck with me.
That's not true. He slept on your face the first day.
That's the first day, but then you realize I don't like
The breath is not good. Mine is better.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. My breath.
Yeah, you smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, I think it's my breath.
His name is Stubbs.
Stubbs,
officially-
we have a new
Government
dog.
name is Stavros, and we're very, very happy to have him. He's he's a goofy,
But we're
not the
not-
smartest, but very sweet.
Can you promise me this though?
What?
No more.
No more what?
No more fostering. Nothing.
We still have a foster here.
I know. That's why it's like we have this gigantic
Dog. Yeah.
dog in the house too, downstairs.
Do you guys want to meet him?
Yeah. Sure.
So anyway, we have a German Shepherd. He is one of the sweetest dogs in the world. He's just so tender and kind. And if anybody out there loves a German Shepherd and wants one, and one of the sweetest ones on planet Earth, please, if you live in the LA area, contact us
Our Mayday Rescue.
or Mayday Rescue because we just love this guy, you know. And it's just it's a sad situation, and we're just trying to help.
What are you doing at David Spade's house?
Yeah, come on, man.
No, what were you doing at David Spade's house?
I was eating dinner with some of my
I know,
friends.
but you guys, did you really get together to watch that god awful fight?
No, because we just because first of all he couldn't get. He has a computer, right, a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, how do I get this onto the TV? And I'm like, you don't know how to do that? Like, you mirror it. He's like, I know, but my assistant came over and she taught me, and now I can't get it to work. And now, you know what I mean? So I go, just fucking put it on. Just don't put it on full screen. Put it. So we just saw on the corner of his TV the fight. The rest of it was like some other
Something
show,
else.
like news or something. And we just ended up like me and Kyle. We just ended up started talking about stand up Hollywood, our suicidal thoughts, and just different things. And you just sit there for hours, and then Dave would chime in. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm thinking about killing myself, but I won't because you know what I mean. I'm killing it in life or whatever. And then it's like, you know what I mean. And then you do that, and I just left. You know, it was one of those things where it's like, I'm trying to get back out there. You know.
The other day, you conveniently dropped this like piece of information that I could not wrap my head around, and that is that you owned a lamination machine for like 20 years. Mm-hmm. Because he was like, "Where's our vaccination card?" He's like, "We need to get it laminated. Where's my lamination machine?" I was like, "You have a lamination?
Those are expensive,
machine?
aren't they?
I was like, "What? What were you laminating
My
in
mom
your
liked
life?"
to laminate things.
Wow.
She's a laminator.
Like,
She
wait,
likes to laminate. She likes to laminate like, you know what I mean, notes or like letters or like
oh, that's sweet.
or like, you know, so they stay around forever.
That is
You know what I
sweet.
mean? So we had a lamination machine.
Is that how people in the 80s and 90s? Is it something they own?
No, I just think that everyone should have a lamination machine
I think it's a good point, and we should have one.
We should
on
have
the
one for
show.
those.
because they're like, for instance, I get like Goldbelly recipes, not recipes, instructions. Is that right?
Yeah.
And I lose them. You know what I mean? And I should just laminate some.
Can I also fill you in on the word paperless? You can find everything online, including those cooking directions, babe.
Yeah, but it's like our COVID vaccination documents.
Yeah.
Can you do that online, or can you do that? Is it better to have it physical?
It's good. It's better to have it physical, but we have it on record. It's online.
Can we get a lamination machine just for fucking that?
Or we could just go to Office Depot and get it laminated.
No, I don't trust them. I want my own fucking lamination fucking machine.
What are daily things you would like to laminate?
Restaurant.
I like to laminate what?
Like menus for restaurants.
No, but eventually when I do stand up again, maybe I'll laminate like my my new jokes.
Yes, please.
You know what I mean, on like index cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they not use Post-it notes anymore either?
They do use Post-its.
Why?
I don't
Can't do it
know.
online?
Babe, Post-its are for reminders.
Oh.
Notes.
You can't have your phone do that?
Positive self-talk.
Yeah.
I am enough. I am enough.
You're
Stuff
nasty.
like that.
You're nasty today.
By the way, I'm gonna order one. They're only like $30.
Wait, there's $300.
Do you want the most expensive one?
Yeah, Bobby doesn't want the cheap stuff. He'll
Give me
tell
mid-range. Give me a mid-range one.
Yeah, we'll do.
Lamination machine.
All like around $30. Or here's the $300 one.
No, don't get that one.
Here, 34. It's good.
Yeah, get a $34 lamination machine.
You heard it here first, guys. TigerBelly's first lamination machine.
And then we're gonna start laminating things, and then one day you're gonna say to me, "Oh, you know what? I never thought I needed this in my life, but I do." And I'm gonna go fuck yourself.
Get your own.
Can we
Get your own
laminate
lamination
your?
fucking
Oh my God! Can we laminate your foot shavings? Is that something that's laminatable?
What do you mean, my foot shavings?
Oh, don't act like you don't know what foot shavings are.
Yeah.
Your foot shavings, babe. Did you just fart?
No.
What was that?
Ooh, they're making me angry today, huh?
All right. Do you want to go to Unhelpful Advice?
No, I don't actually.
Okay, let's sit in this
What
atmosphere.
fucking foot shavings.
Are you still angry that I call you Uncle Tom?
It's also not Uncle Tom, I don't think, in the Asian community.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's Uncle Chan? I think it's Uncle Chan. What's the? I don't know.
I don't know. No, I don't think that I am. I don't follow Asians blindly just because they're Asian. I think that like there's like, Korean Zombie. I always root for. There's like that. You're from Manchester United Park. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Jisung Park. Is Jisung Park?
Yeah.
I loved him. You know what I mean? I followed him. I love Korean movies.
What about the guy from Tottenham?
I love him as
So
well.
good.
I love
Yes.
him, and I love him as well. And when he scores against Arsenal, that's the one thing that I don't get bummed about
I
that.
have to ask you a question about Arsenal. What is this thing about a super European league?
We're in Europa and we're in the semifinals.
No, there's something else. They started this like super European league thing that Arsenal is a part of. I think it was just news today. It was weird.
I don't know.
Anyways.
But so it's like, am I? There's certain Asian stand-ups that I don't like, and there's some Asian ones I love and I identify with. Someone like David Cho. I know that we have certain issues with him. You know what I mean? All positive ones. I look at David, and when I see David, in the first time I ever saw him, I said to myself, it's almost as if we're cut from the same cloth.
Is there a part of you that like resents some part of the Asian community because they've told you that you cannot be this sort of like who you are?
No, because I had Asians say that to me, and I go, I can only be me. I can only do the kind of comedy that I do. I remember trying to do observational humor, like Sebastian was doing it. I was like, maybe I'll try.
Can you try? Can I hear some?
What would be an observational?
I just look around the room.
Oh man, no, we can't be around here. But it's like
Maybe Andres.
I mean, it's like flying. It's like flying's crazy. It's like I was in the emergency exit row, right? And the flight attendant goes to me, are you? Can you, in case of emergency, can you help? And I go, yeah, right. And then when she walked away, I was like, fuck no, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it, man. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. You know what I mean? It's like when there's turbulence on the plane. Turbulence on the plane, right?
More planes.
You know what I mean? I unbuckled myself. I was gonna go to the bathroom, and she's like, flight attendant's like, excuse me, sir, you got to sit down. I go, you're standing. I mean, I bet you if we were on the log in the lake, right, and we're trying to balance, I'd be able to balance better than you. Flight attendant, don't tell me what to do. You know what I mean? I mean, if she can do it, why can't I? I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do observational humor.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm just making it up on the spot. But
Oh, that's funny.
what else is more observation? You know,
I like the plane theme.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had so much plane stuff.
no, it's like that's the comment. Like all hacky road comedy, it's either planes, relationships, driving. That's the all you know that everyone can relate to. And I just don't know how to do it.
Hey guys, we're going to take another quick break to share some more favorite sponsors of ours.
Ship Station. You guys, oh my God! You know what? TigerBelly would not have a business without ShipStation. We use ShipStation to send out our merchandise, and it is the most efficient, the most responsible, and the best way to do so. If you sell stuff online, you know how busy 2020 was. Do you guys know? Everyone and their dog was shopping online. Not my dog, because they don't know that. But well, get ready for 2021. It's going to be even bigger. That's why online sellers like you need ShipStation. No matter how much you sell, ShipStation makes it super easy to manage and ship all your orders from all your sales channels faster, cheaper, and more efficiently.
Import orders from any sales channel, ship with any carrier you're using, our deeply discounted rates, and automate just about any shipping task. No matter where you're selling, Amazon, Etsy, or your own website, ShipStation brings all of your orders into one simple interface, making them really easy to manage from any device, even your cell phone.
And baby, they work with all the major carriers. Did you know that?
Like
USPS, FedEx, UPS. So you can compare and choose the best shipping solution for you, baby, and your customer.
There's a really good reason ShipStation is the #1 choice of online sellers. Ship more in less time with some of the best rates available anywhere. Tell us more about it, Gilb.
Get 2020 off to a great start by visiting ShipStation.com. Just use our offer code BELLY to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months free of no hassle, stress-free shipping. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in BELLY. That's ShipStation.com. Enter the offer code BELLY. ShipStation. Make ship happen.
BetterHelp. You guys, usually I sing the intros to all of our ads, but this one I didn't because I don't want to mock it. I think BetterHelp is a great thing.
It's changed our lives.
It's changed our lives. It's like without therapy during the pandemic, I might have hurt myself. And it really helped me deal with trauma, deal with day-to-day issues, deal with relationship issues I have with so-and-so over here. And and I'm going to tell you something. What interferes with your happiness, baby? A lot, right?
My anxiety.
Exactly.
My rage towards you.
Okay.
My deep-seated resentments over the past 8 years of living with you.
Okay.
All right.
Connect in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient. You can start communicating in under 48 hours.
BetterHelp, baby, is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online. You can send a message to your counselor at any time. You guys, you'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches so they can make it easy and free to change counselors if needed.
The service is available for clients worldwide. These are licensed professional counselors who are specialized in everything from depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, self-esteem, grief, LGBTQ matters, family conflicts, trauma, which is a really big one for Bobby and I. Anything you share is 100% confidential. It's convenient, professional, affordable.
And I have talked to you about CPA.
What's CPA?
It's a little motto I have. It's convenience, professional, and affordable.
Yep.
That's what BetterHelp.
Got it. Tell us more about it, Gil.
If you want to start living a happier life today and also try out CPA, as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/belly. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/belly. Enjoy the rest of the show. We have our first Unhelpful Advice. This one actually, he asked the question in email, but he also prepared a video because he was nervous and would rather sing his question to you guys. So that's a TigerBelly fan. So here we go, guys.
Here we go, babe.
Volume.
Pink Dick and Gilbert, Khalyla, and of course, our fearless leader, Slept King Bobby Lee. I'm looking for a remedy See, I'm a fellow artistic-minded individual in Los Angeles, California. And sometimes doing art seems kind of pointless because everybody is just trying to make some money. So how do you guys deal with that? The balance of art and commerce. That's kind of complicated, but the feeling of pointlessness. How do you get yourselves through that rut?
Okay.
Okay, got
I
it.
got it.
Music,
I got it.
movies.
I got it. He looks like a better version of Andreas.
You know, I love that he calls you Andreas.
I mean, you know what I mean? He was just like a cuter, like it's the same elements.
Yeah.
The hair, the glasses, you know what I mean? The whole skin tone. But it's just a kind of presented in like a better way. Excuse me?
Cooler.
Oh, I love you,
way.
man. I'm so sorry. I want to make fun of you. You've stood up for me so many times, and you've put your life on the line for me. I
Did it to
appreciate
yourself. You're sitting in George's seat.
Yeah.
That's just what happens.
And we're gonna fire that guy. You know why? Because I mean, how long does it take for him to fucking, you know what I mean?
He's on paternity
It
leave.
doesn't matter.
He's been trying to jump back in. I've kind of had to be like, bro, relax.
Be a papa at home.
No, honestly, I honestly prefer this guy.
Oh.
George, don't listen to
Andreas.
this episode.
I do. You don't make me as angry, and I also trust you more artistically.
Oh.
I really do. I think you're better,
Uh-oh.
and I think that you wouldn't, if you had a baby, that you wouldn't take this long. No, I'm being real, and I'm being honest with you, and I'm gonna push for it. I want you to be the guy. You know, fuck that guy. Fucking disappear for 3 weeks for what? Anyway, that answer this question.
Art and commerce.
Don't cut
was
that
his-
out either.
Art and commerce was his question.
Please don't cut that out.
It stays in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I get what he's saying because it's like, you know, you do. Well, first of all, when you do any form of art, because you know, I've written music. I've been in bands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good art. I'm not a good painter or anything like that. But like, there were times where I tried, where I got a canvas and I got oil paints and I tried. You know what I mean? I'm terrible. My point is when I stand up is the only art form that I really have dedicated my life to, obviously. And it's like the first couple years, you're not making any money. No one knows who you are. And it's like the first thing in your head, you're like, how does anybody make it? That's always in your head because you don't know how. You don't know how anything works. You don't know how, you know what I mean? You go from A to Z, right? You're just at A.
I have a question, babe.
Go ahead.
If you did not ever make a living doing stand-up, would you still be doing stand-up? Like, if, let's say you were just as funny, but let's say you just never really, you never got Mad TV.
That's impossible.
No, I'm just saying. Do you love it so much that you would have done it for the rest of your life?
I can't. No, I mean, no. I would have quit eventually, but this is gonna sound strange, but I think I've always knew that something was gonna happen. It's weird to say, but it's like
No, that's not weird to say.
you just kind of know, right? Just deep down,
Honestly,
even though
I totally believe you.
your reality doesn't show. The reality doesn't show how you feel, right? What you're like, oh, I'm at an open mic. Nobody knows who I am. You know what I mean? There's no audience. I have no respect. You know, I can't get gigs, whatever it might be, right? But that's why I always got so angry at like there was this. I'll give an example. So there was this. I don't know their names. I never thought I would ever call them out, but I'm going to do it right now. So I started in La Jolla, obviously, and there was a coffee shop called Thomas Paine Coffee Shop. There was a woman that was in AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, who started her own comedy scene there, right? And me and my friend Jonathan Gottsick would do her gigs every once in a while. But then one day, she wrote her own newspaper. Like it was sort of like a pamphlet like the San Diego Gazelle for comedies, right? And she wrote down the top 20 comics in San Diego, right? And me and Jonathan were not on it, right?
And
it was
you felt at this point you deserved to be.
top 20, yeah.
Yeah.
Top 20, yeah. 100%, because at that time, I'd already done Make Me Laugh. I already had a Hollywood manager. Not Abby, I had Worthy Patterson. And I was already opening for Mencia and stuff a little bit, you know what I mean? And Pauly a little bit, right? So I had already done things that none of them, you know what I mean, did, right? And I show up to this, like, she had this meeting of all the comics in San Diego. We all showed up at the Thomas Pink, and she handed out this letter. And I read it, and I went, fuck you! And I I tossed it in the air. I go, fuck you! You know what I mean? And me and Jonathan left, right?
Yeah.
And there was another comic that was there. Her name was America.
Ferrara.
No, just that's her name.
Yeah, it's like America's a name.
It is?
Yeah.
Her name was, she was terrible. You know what I mean? And you know who else was there was Dat Fan.
Did he make the list?
Yes. He was on the list. Not only was he on the list, that was the group of people that, like, you know,
They hung out together. It was political.
they were his people. Like, all the established San Diego comics were rooting for him, right? And I was the dark one. I was the one that was always in confrontations with people. I was always in conflicts. I was always in conflicts because I was like, where's my? I'm always like, I want mine.
My day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And is that bad?
No, because I feel like you had a lot of belief in yourself. You're like, I'm funny. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I want mine. And if you're not gonna go along with me, it's like Scott Bowman. I'm gonna say it. I don't give a fuck. This guy. So I met Darren Carter. I ever tell you about this?
I know who Darren Carter is.
You know Darren Carter?
Yeah.
Darren Carter was this redheaded comic. He's around. He's a headliner. I remember one time I met Darren Carter, and I was at home, and I was sick, and I was watching Warner Brothers. That was a network back then, and Darren Carter had one line, right, as a pizza delivery guy on a sitcom, and when I saw it, I literally went, "Holy fuck! I know a Hollywood actor, Darren Carter. I know him." Like, it blew my mind, right? So one day, Darren Carter became a doorman at the Comedy Store in La Jolla, you know. I was always nervous around him because he had that one line in the, you know what I mean, in that Warner Brothers thing. And I became friends with him. And Darren goes, "Hey man, hey kid, so after my shift tonight, we're gonna go to this coffee shop in Pacific Beach." And I go, "Okay." And he goes, "All the, you know, the best locals, Shema Tosh, Zoo Man, Wally Wong, they're all gonna be there." Right? But this guy named Scott Bowman is the guy that books the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll bring me over there? Just Darren, you know, I would have sucked his dick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he goes, "Yeah." I waited all night. We go over there, right? So I go inside this coffee shop. There's no audience. It's just comics. But there's a show going on. And I remember Darren bringing me up to Scott Bowman and Darren going, "Yeah, this young kid, you know, he's pretty good, you know, and can you put him up, or can he be, you know, have an opportunity to perform on your stage?" And Scott goes, "Yeah, I'm going to have to showcase him."
Oh.
So I go, "Okay, when?" "After this show." And this is already now 1 a.m. So now it's 2 a.m. The show's over. And I go, "Are we?" I remember turning the lights off. They're turning on the light. No. I go, "Oh, so the showcase happening next week?" "No, showcase still happening." I go, "Where?" "In the parking lot." Bro. He has like this convertible car, right? He leans against it,
Oh, he's so power tripping
right?
you.
Like this.
That's Hollywood.
And he's leaning against, right? And he goes, and I know Darren's there. A couple of other locals are there.
Oh, I hate him. I
And
hate
Scott
everyone.
goes, he had kind of curly hair,
Yeah.
a thick, like 70s mustache, super tall, like 6'6", right? Skinny, you know what I mean?
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck, right? But big, froey, right? He goes, "Go, kid." And I just going into my act, and then I didn't get past. I did it, and then he was just like, you need years to develop,
Oh, ew.
right? Meanwhile, 5 years after that, I did the fucking Tonight Show. Go fuck yourself.
There you go.
Go fuck yourself. Anyway, but see what I mean? When you go through that, right, and then all of a sudden, like, you don't get through the stupid coffee shop thing, right? You could go back to your place, right? And you sit there, should I keep doing this? You know what I mean? And then that's when I started doing my opportunistic behaviors.
That's where it was created.
That's where it was created. So this is what I would do, right? I got a job where Darren worked at the Comedy Store, right? As a doorman. And on Saturday nights, right? Fred, the manager, had this new policy. He goes, I'm tired of these shitty MCs they're sending down from Hollywood. So I made a deal with Mitzi. He goes, you bring down a headliner and a feature middle act, right? I'll provide the MCs. It'll be the doorman. So I'll get 2 front doormen a night, right? So there's 4 doormen, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, right? The 2 Saturday ones, right? One of them will host the early show. One of them will host the late show, right? So every weekend we would have a headliner from Hollywood, usually older people like, Charlie Hill or Dave Tyree, right? But every once in a while, Paulie would come down or Mencia or, somebody like that, right? But that's when, and then they would always bring their managers, right? So I was a doorman, and that's when I went into opportunistic.
I love you for that. That's not opportunistic. That's strategy. That's strategizing, coming up with a game plan. I respect that 1,000%.
Thank you for saying that.
No, I do, because it's like, I don't want people to there's nothing inauthentic or slimy about placing yourself in the way, basically putting a spotlight on yourself. There's nothing wrong with that.
But they would call me a weasel and a scumbag.
That's because
all
they
those
didn't
things.
think of it first and they're jealous.
Jealousy.
That's just what they're going to call it. They're going to rename it something else, because I have that exact same feeling. When even before I met you and I was wrapping up nursing school, I thought to myself, I don't know what I want to do, but this ain't it. And I was so sure. But that you said that you just had a feeling like you knew that there was something you didn't necessarily knew how it was going to pan out, but you knew that you were going to live a life that sort of looked like this. I knew it in me. Like, I knew that I was not going to be in the medical field at all.
Yeah.
And I never had the guts to say it out loud until I met you, until you were like, you know what? You don't belong there. Like, you're the person who basically, lit the fire under my ass and said that you're exactly what I needed. You're
now
the
you're a
validation.
Hollywood showrunner.
Oh my God.
Full circle.
Full circle.
I will admit, though,
Yeah.
that like all of your tiny little things that you do,
Yeah.
I copy.
I know you
And
did.
you know what else I did?
Yeah.
When you pitched the show
Yeah.
that you sold,
Yeah.
I recorded it.
I know you did.
And I
Smart.
listened to it
I'm a
every
wizard.
night.
Smart.
I
I'm
listened
a
to it
mental
every
mind
night. I'm
wizard.
like, and I'm your understudy.
Yeah.
And I'm just following in your footsteps, Papa.
There we go. Padawan.
Look, we're ending on a good note. We're friends again.
We're friends. We were always friends and lovers. But to tell this guy is you just got to think, what I mean? If you want to make money based on your art form, you just got to believe that's going to happen, I think, and just keep doing it. I don't know. I was talking to Kyle Dunnigan at, Dave's house. Here's a guy. I just want to pump Dunnigan up, right? Kyle Dunnigan is one of the best impressionists I've ever seen, and I've seen them all. I've worked with Frank Caliendo. I've seen them all. Jimmy Fallon's a good I've seen them all. Okay, Melissa Villasenor. Dunnigan is one of the best, right? His fucking Mayor Cuomo, his fucking Joe Biden is so good, right? And he's another one that's like, I believe it's not done for. I think something's going to happen for him.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't think big. And we keep telling him, you got to think bigger. Right? He's just that talented and that good, And there's just a lot of those, And
But you know what else this guy needs?
what?
Is someone honest in his life like you. Like someone to really give like an honest, like if he doesn't have it, he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
don't surround yourself with yes men either. Like surround yourself with friends who are gonna tell you like what's up, because, and I told this on Bloodbath. I don't know when this is coming out, but there was a time when I literally was on my hands and knees like crying because like I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And then Bobby, and he was like, just anything. You can be anything. This is what he was, the speech he was giving me. Babe, come on. You're so smart. You can be anything. And then the next, he was like, just say it. Say what you want to be. He's like, and I promise I'll support you. And then I came into the room crying. I'm like, I think I know what I want to be. I want to be a poet. And the first thing out of his mouth was, not that one. Nope, not that.
He built you off.
I know, but that's what you need.
Yeah.
Someone to be like, I'm sorry. I think you, it can't be that. So you do need like honest people in your life.
My brother, when he was in his junior year, I had graduated, but I was still living at home. I remember my brother coming home. We had dinner, and my dad was cooking something or whatever. He had a spatula in his hand, and my brother goes, "I know what I want to be when I grow up." And we all went, "What?" And he goes, "A skydiver." And my dad goes, "Yogi wa, like in a real way." Hits my brother in the fucking head like this.
Oh my God.
And my brother never brought it up again.
A sky.
Yeah, a skydiver. Thank you for listening.
Wow.
That was a weird one, but good, I thought.
We just want to thank our sponsors, Tushy, Brooklyn Inn, ShipStation, and BetterHelp. Go to hellotushy.com/TigerBelly to get 10% off plus free shipping. This is a special offer for TigerBelly listeners. Go to hellotushy.com/TigerBelly for 10% off.
Brooklyn. You can still go to brooklinen.com and use promo code TIGER to get 20%. Brooklinen. You can still go to brooklinen.com and use promo code TIGER to get $20 off
We're rolling this. Keep going. Guys, I want to show you how difficult this is.
Brooklinen. You can still go to brooklinen.com and use promo code TIGER to get $20 off any purchases of $100 or more.
Boom. Thank you. Get 2020 off to a great start by visiting ShipStation.com. Just use our offer code BELLY to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months free of no hassle, stress-free shipping, Andres. Hey, Andres, tell me a little bit about BetterHelp.
Let me see. BetterHelp.
Well, if you want to get started to live your happier life today as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at BetterHelp.com/belly. And that is how we assist each other here on this show. It's about a crew, it's about a team. Guys, also, if you want to send any questions or a video one, like our friend from earlier in the episode, you can do that at adviceunhelpful@gmail.com. And we have all this premium content currently on Patreon, so make sure you go check that out. Andres, give us a little sample. Like, what is one thing they could see?
So we just posted our or you guys' Joshua Tree vlog number 2.
True.
And we are about to post like a cooking competition.
And guess what? The man speaking right now, Andres, was he was a participant.
Yeah,
in the
I
competition.
don't still know who won.
We don't have any of the footage. We need them to send it so we can see who won.
Right.
And it's interesting because we do a dish native to Spain. So Andres had the upper leg, we think. So head over to patreon.com/TigerBelly to check that out. Guys, we love you so much. You know? It's great, guys.
What?
Nothing. I'm just talking. You're good. Guys.
Can't fucking believe this bullshit, man.
Was that domination? Yeah, it's domination. Bobby's playing domination on Warzone right now. Make sure you follow everything Bobby Lee at Bobby Lee Live. Everything George at George_Kimmel. I think so. You can.
Gouge out your fucking shit with my man cock.
You guys hear that?
Fucking scoop it out like ice cream scooper. That's why my cock has a little fucking scoop.
It's Bobby's penis is shaped like an ice cream scoop. Not you guys. He does love you guys. He thanks you all for listening to this podcast.
Fuck George.
Don't fuck George. George is a good guy, guys. We love him. Bobby loves him.
We love George.
We love George here. Follow Khalyla, Calamity K. Check out everything Andres. Where can we follow you, Andres?
FunCB.1.
at fancyb.1 for all your Andres and Bad Friends needs. And also, if you guys are watching the MMA fights, make sure you check out We Out Here MMA on YouTube. That's hosted by myself, Alex Warzone, and Kung Fu Nick. Check it out. Maybe link down below. I'd love your support if you guys like MMA. Also, follow us on TigerBelly on Instagram. I'm also looking here like there's a camera here. And I realize the camera's right here and right up there, but I'm looking at the mic like it's a camera out there. Guys, we're tired. It's late. We love you guys so much. Have a good day. Bye.
Pilitan mo kung gani ay makabulong.